And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. They'll try and start this drive in the air. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down.
Defensively here, you're facing a top-5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20. Because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
And I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Catch is made by Marquise Brown.
One thing we do know, he's going to get his catches. So as they move forward defensively, got to continue to focus on not giving up the big play when he does catch the ball in the secondary.
An early test, 2 plays in. This is 3rd and 2. He'll look to throw. Open man is Taylor. He's got it. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. Well, they were in search of a short gain on 3rd down, and they wind up nabbing over 20 yards.
And the 49ers first down.
So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. They'll set up a throw. Looking left side, and it's complete. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. 2 chunk plays in a row. The last one was over 20 yards, and so is this one. Our game not even 2 minutes old, but a quick red zone opportunity. 1st and 10 right at the 20. They'll set up to throw. Open man is Samuel, complete. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another first. A bit of a catch for him to remember. That's number 400 for his NFL career. Not a bad number at all. He'll drop to throw. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Read it well, and it's picked. And the return will stop him well inside their own 20 at the 15-yard line. Well, when you start thinking of guys that are in the mix for Defensive Player of the Year, I think you use him as Exhibit A. Maybe he's not the leading guy right now, but he's at least on the periphery and deserves to be in the discussion.
And because of that, he's looking at a game today where in order to make that big move and maybe become the guy, he needs multiple takeaways, multiple big plays, things that get our attention and reverberate for weeks to come.
A beautiful spin and room to run. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Murray. Just what you want on a 1st down run. Call it 8 yards, and it's 2nd and 2. Another fine carry from the NFL's rushing leader, and quarterbacks typically dominating the MVP balloting, but I think you got to give this guy serious consideration, don't you?
I agree totally. I mean, he's leading the league in rushing, and let's face it, partner, the running back renaissance in the NFL, it's real, and it's really helping teams along the way. He's a prime example. Got to give him strong consideration for MVP talk.
From the 38, Murray into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 49, and they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
At their own 49-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And as these guys interplay in Week 17, we know one thing. They are playoff bound, but they want to win that division title. They told us that is a goal that's been posted in their locker rooms. And it's complete. In the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Marquise Brown becoming just the second player with 30 touchdowns in a single year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. The extra point up and good, and that makes the score 7-0. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This will be taken in at the 1. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They had the interception last time. It led to the opening touchdown. So now 7-0 the score as they start 1st and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Looking left sideline is complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Big yardage after the catch. That one winds up going for 36. And now the 49ers signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter.
Let's go. Now the roof. 6 right there, 56. I'm not ready. Zoom. 56 to
Murray now on 1st down. Flushed out right. And this is going to be incomplete. Got out of the pocket. Didn't look like he had anybody open, Charles, so just gets rid of it.
And a good play by him. If no one's open and you don't have a running lane that you want to take, make the right choice. Get rid of it. Live to fight another down.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
56 to Mike. 56 off. Hey.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Being chased out left. And that's incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
So now 3rd and 10, a big play to start the drive, but nothing since.
Back to you. I'm going back to you. 56. Mike, 56 right there.
Throwing is Murray on 3rd down. Able to find Isabella. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers 35. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line. Now Murray. Oh, good footwork on the spin. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Murray. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Now that last sack puts Murray and the Cards in a tough spot. 3rd and long. To throw is Murray. And this is taken in at the 5. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. In for the score as his guys are on the board here in this first quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Even though they might not find the number 1 seed next to their name come playoff time, there's not going to be very many teams, if any, entering the playoffs on the kind of run they're on. They're hot.
And I love that word, hot, because every team in the league wants to go into the playoffs on that uptick. Because a lot of the time you serve notice to the rest of the league that, hey, we're the team you need to deal with. We're the team that's going to be a real problem for you. And if they can continue this streak, they could very well be that team and gain that confidence that they're seeking as they head to the playoffs.
And confidence, that's the word I would use from our meetings with them. They said we're playing our best football right now. It is showing. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. Throwing left side, it's complete. And they're going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 43. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times because he can trust you being in the right spot.
Under pressure, and he will go down. Sacked back at the 46. Partner, we had their game last week where they had 6 sacks, so a little bit more momentum here again in the first quarter.
And last week it appeared that they were coming out of sprinters blocks, chasing the quarterback. So how do they continue that? How do they keep making it happen? Different looks, different disguises, different angles that they chase him.
They were so disruptive last week. We'll see what the trend is here as we go forward. They'll drop the throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 19. And they have the football and will take over at the 24-yard line. And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Watch tight. Watch tight.
After the turnover, here's Murray. Under pressure, and he'll go down. They'll sack him on what ought to be the final play of this first quarter. These two teams all tied after 1. And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. Murray going to throw. He's going to float this over the middle, deep. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
No, check that. We want Mike 52 right here. 52. Blue Dan. Where's 52? Watch 52. 52's the mic. Time to go.
Murray with a 3rd and long. He's going to look deep down the field. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line.
At the 45-yard line.
Ready. 52. Mike 52. Go. Exit. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. And here we go. Ready.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Pettis once again the target, and it's 2nd down. 2nd and 10. is caught by Josh Oliver, the former San Jose State Spartan.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. And that's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now throwing on first down and completing it. 7 yards, the pickup on the pitch and catch.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. And that's going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. So the incomplete pass on the last play, and that leads us to a 3rd and 3. Now back to throw. He gets this into the hands of Taylor. 3rd and 4, he did just enough. I mean, just enough to move the chains.
And that's all you're looking for, right? Just want to keep the drive moving. You don't need the big play there. Just get to that marker that you described, and he was able to do just that.
And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Deebo Samuel, touchdown number 18 on the year. And the 49ers have now taken the lead. No problem there on the extra point, and that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They trail a 1-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw. He's got his man on the crossing route. A really nice gain of 25 yards. Took just one play to move all the way to the 44 as they try again on first down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Nick Bosa in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
Play fake. Murray. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Able to get there and pick it. And they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. This defense had 3 interceptions last week. They're on pace for more than that here. 2 in the first half.
Do not adjust your set. This is not instant replay. This is a defense that is locked in. They're essentially running the routes for the receivers and turning into the receivers themselves, aren't they? I mean, it is amazing what I'm seeing because the reactions of those guys back on the back 7, phenomenal.
That one nearly 30 yards, 29 officially.
Let's go now, let's go now, let's go now. 60 out. Nice 7, let's go. 51 to Mike. 51 to Mike. Ready.
Back to throw. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. This secondary has been roasted in this first half, but they get a measure of revenge there. Nice play on the deep ball.
Yeah, they're going to need a few more plays like that in order to get their confidence fully back, but that's one step in the proper direction.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. And across the chalk into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. A 24-yard touchdown. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point attempt to come here. It's good, and it is now 21-7.
Makes the score Niners 21, Cardinals 7.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That'll be taken in the end zone. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. Touchdown, Cardinals. He goes 105 yards on the kick return as his guys are back within a single score.
Well, he made the right choice by result, but a little bit surprising because now with touchbacks coming back to the 25 instead of the 20, when guys fielded that deep in the end zone, I think most coaches want them to take a knee.
Yeah, it's resulted in more kneel downs. Not right there. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and they're back within a touchdown at 21-14. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's able to get it across the 20, but not by much, as he's marked down at the 21-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 21-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway, and they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Meanwhile, they take a shot to start the drive, but this is going to wind up incomplete.
It's second and 10 at the 21-yard line.
From the 21, it's second and 10. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Cardinals bring him down. Daniil Hunter in there for the sack, and that is now 21 for him on the year. Wow, what a season. The Niners on third down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 17. Looking to throw. Got a man over the middle, and it's complete. And way up past the 35 before he's taken down. A pickup of 24 on the third down conversion.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back. Check. Begin. Ready.
They'll set up a throw. Looking right sideline, that's complete. This game not quite as good as the last, but still over 40 yards between the two. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
Sorry, we get slap happy up here sometimes. Dancing to his left. It won't be a sack, but it's no gain, and it brings up second down.
And while he did a good job of sliding around in the pocket, there was nowhere to go with the football, so he had to take off and try and run. He just got back to the line of scrimmage, no gain.
Set, 230 base, let's go.
It's going to be a long day.
Yes!
Shoot. He's crashing. Go.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. He's going to fire one. Got a man. It's caught inside the 10. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Hollywood Marquise Brown ties LT with his 31st touchdown of the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point splits the uprights. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone.
Anytime you feel the kickoff inside your own end zone, you've got to be decisive about whether you're bringing it out or not. Sometimes that indecision can really cost you. That may have been what happened on that play.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Now the question, what do you do here? Time, not really an issue. You got over a minute, but you figure from this spot you'd need a good 50, 60 yards to even consider a field goal try.
Yeah, so there's optimism there, but there's also a little bit of restraint, right? You got to make sure you don't take a sack here. Don't end up in the end zone. Ball gets stripped. You could give up 2 points in that occasion, or maybe even 6 if you can't get on it and recover it yourself. So make sure you protect the guy throwing the football if indeed that's the plan of attack.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And Kyler Murray cannot get away. They drag him down to the end zone for 2 points. And you know, the man who sat in my chair the last few years, he has a theory. These plays, these safeties, they're so rare. Maybe they should be worth more than 2, maybe 4 points.
I think he's got a great point. I really do, Brandon. But I would go ahead and up it to 6. I'm a former defender. Oh. To me, that's like scoring a touchdown.
Easy now. I'll go 4. I don't know about 6.
Come on. Come up to 6.
That's a lot of points. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now consider the lead. The question is, how much is good enough? Are you going for more?
It's the NFL. There's never enough, I believe, because they get reeled in all the time when you sit on the ball. I think that they will try and move the ball downfield and try and squeeze a few more points out of this first half.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, 49ers. Deebo Samuel with his 19th touchdown, his 2nd of the game. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead.
Heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. Well, look at the clock here. You're inside of a minute. First half hasn't gone that well for you. How are you going to play this drive?
Well, I've been told by my coaches previously that the intelligent...
He's got a man complete. He's at the 30. 10. And he'll take this one in for the Arizona touchdown. A big play there. His 25th touchdown, tying Emmitt Smith for the 5th most in one season. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And the lead's down to 2 scores now at 16. And a short kick, taking it about the 16. And they're going to start this drive in pretty good shape as they get it up past the 30. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. You've got under a minute to go here until halftime. You got the good-sized lead. No need to do anything crazy.
No, there really is no need to do anything crazy. The smart play, go ahead and take your lead into the locker room and then try and add to it in the second half. But there's a part of me that looks at this and says, first half going my way, I have a little bit of a cushion. Extend things. If you've got some good plays drawn up, you might want to think about them right here.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield.
52. 52's the mic. Hey, defense. Hey, defense. Let's go.
They'll look to throw. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Snags it for the pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half. That late in the clock, second quarter, why not just run it a time or two and get it into the locker room?
What you're saying makes absolutely perfect sense. Run it and get out of there. But I'm just wondering if the pressure of today's NFL and the high-powered offenses that you're facing may have forced them into saying, let's try and get some more points.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something.
And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 38. And a potential turning point as they'll get the football in very good field position late in this first half. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38.
It's going to be a long set go. It's going to be a long set. 52's the mark, boys. 52.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now.
Incomplete. It leads to 2nd and 10.
They work again from the 38 on 2nd and 10. To throw here. Taking a shot for Samuel, and that will be incomplete. 4 ticks left here on the clock. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
Let's go.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions.
Watch the run. Watch the run. Check safety. Check safety. Check 37.
They'll throw now on the final play. And that is incomplete. So we've come upon halftime here in Week 17. As now we send you out to Orlando and hook back up with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. The final 2 quarters of the NFL regular season are upon us as the second half of Week 17 is underway. This will be taken in at the 1. And some good coverage there by the kick team as they'll bring him down at the 16-yard line.
At their own 16-yard line.
Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They have the ball here for the inaugural drive of the second half. Pretty big deficit, though. We'll see what adjustments were made in that locker room.
And I never want to make something more important than it actually is, right? I don't want to create more hype than what is there.
But
this
you're
is
going to do that?
I'm doing it, though. This is a really important drive. And we often talk about teams scripting plays to start a game. A lot of them script to start the second half, too. And they're scripting something that they expect to get them into the end zone and back into this game.
We'll see if that script is a good one for them. And the offensive penalty has us back where we started as they come up on a 1st and 10. On play action, it's Murray. Escaping the pressure right. And that's off the mark, incomplete.
Brandon, at least there's one bright side to that incompletion.
What's that?
It wasn't an interception.
Wow. You're a nice guy. That was kind of savage. But correct. No pick, just incomplete that time. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Play action. Now it's Murray. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Nick Bosa picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Here I come again. Here I come again. Kill. Hey, turn it up. Run it.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Over the middle into traffic, and that's complete. And he works it across the 25 before being tackled. 18 on that one, and the Cardinals have a first down. First down, Murray. Forced out to his left. Now he'll let it go on the run. Deep left side. This is caught at the 20. Touchdown, Cardinals. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. The Cardinal offense not going anywhere. They'll stay out and go for 2. From the gun, Murray rolling to his... And it'll be intercepted. Good positioning, and it's picked off. And the return won't go anywhere. They'll be back deep in their own territory at the 2-yard line. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They've got to right the ship. They had a great first half, but the lead has really gone down. Now, you always talk about the adjustment to the adjustment. They've got to adjust right here. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half. Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play. Well, this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. Back to throw here. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line. 8 yards on the completion, but now they face third down. One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on third down. They'll set up to throw. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now. And the way this offense has moved the ball, he hasn't been needed till here in the third. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the points, they have come fast and furious in this quarter. You really don't want to be on the defensive side of the ball right now, do you? Because you're either thinking, my replacement may get an opportunity. Your head better be on a swivel. Totally. Or maybe I just need to get out of the game for a while because I just can't slow these guys down. They've got to figure out a way to disrupt these offenses. And typically, one guy makes a big play, and that can help change things. They'll be looking for disruption on both sides right now. Back to the air on second down. It's Murray. Wide open receiver, complete. It'll be an Arizona first down on a gain of 17. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark. And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance. On 1st and 10, here's Murray. Flush to his right. And he was Was hit as he threw it there, and it forces it incomplete. Boy, the numbers throwing the football just not trending in the right direction. Last week he was under 50%. He's under 50% again here.
And we haven't gotten an announcement, but it appears to me that he might be a little dinged up and is just trying to play through. You know, he's one of those tough guys that wants to answer the bell each and every play for his team. That might be throwing off his accuracy.
Steps away to his left. Looking sideline, incomplete.
Appeared to me he was just trying to find an open receiver and got forced out to his right. Had to come off of a guy downfield, try to hit his back. Unable to connect. Should have been an easier throw moving to his right, though.
Yeah, much easier, obviously, for a right-handed quarterback. If he was going to his left, a little bit tougher.
Exactly.
Now yet another incompletion here as they fail to connect on third.
Partner, the way this offense has marched up and down the field during this game, it's almost a surprise to see an incomplete pass on third down, isn't it?
Yeah, they have had their foot on the gas all game long, but here finally stalling out.
52. Mike 52.
They do go for it. It's Murray. And it is incomplete. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And the Niners take over in terrific field position. Well, they've clearly made a conscious decision here to be more aggressive in the late stages of this game here in the second half.
And I get it. In this situation, you know, if you want to be aggressive out near midfield, you feel good about your defense maybe, or just, hey, I thought I had
nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter in there for sack number 22 on the year. And, folks, that's just a half sack shy now of Michael Strahan's record of 22.5 set in 2001. They're going to look to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they're able to work this to the 25 before it's all said and done. The catch and run going to wind up netting him 33 yards. So into Cardinal territory now. It's 1st and 10 at the 25-yard line. They'll drop the throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense, when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you go make a play on the football.
2nd and 10. This will be caught by Brown. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Cardinals' 13-yard line. This quarterback now 5 straight completions here in this second half. 1st and 10. Inside the red zone here. They'll look to throw. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Deebo Samuel with touchdown number 20 on the year. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Point after, up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time out, went for it on 4th down, turned it over, gave them great field position, turned into 6 points, so they've got to recover here, Charles.
It's amazing what one decision can do in the chain of events, right? The decision to go for it on 4th down.
Caused all of that.
It caused every bit of it, but it showed confidence. Hey, I've got confidence in you guys. Go pick it up for them. Didn't happen. Also showed confidence in the defense. They didn't pick up their end of the bargain, so now they've got to come back out and start over and rebuild that confidence.
52's the mic, boys. 52. Stop your whining. Watch the safety creep.
Yeah, Jerry.
Go get him.
Murray again, 2nd and 10. Buying time to his left. And that's incomplete.
Murray on the keeper. Incomplete on the throwaway.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Let's go right here now. Hey, Mike 52. Mike 52. You ain't doing nothing today. You're trying. 52 is Mike.
Throwing is Murray on third down. And he comes back with one complete. And he'll be stopped short of the first down as they rally to tackle him at about the 28. It'll be a gain of 8, but it'll also lead to a fourth down. Murray going to throw. And this is incomplete. Boy, a curious decision to go for it. Doesn't pan out. And the Niners take over in terrific field position.
Got it. 52, Mike 52. You don't know no better.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Got him in. It's Brown. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15. He'll get a dozen there, and it's a first down, 49ers. This quarterback now perfect since the second half started, 7 of 7. It's first and 10. He'll look to throw. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now second and 10 after the incompletion on first down.
No, check that. We want Mike 52.
Back to throw. And his pass is intercepted for the fourth time today. Picked off with great anticipation. If you combine last week and this week, he's got a hat trick going because he had 2 interceptions a week ago.
He's seeing the ball so well and understanding where receivers are and positioning. I mean, just watching him work with such great technique and paying it off by actually catching the ball when he has a chance, he's helping his team in a huge way.
And can you believe it? It's a second safety in this ball game. And this defense continues to dominate. How about 2 safeties in one game here?
You don't even put that on your goal sheet. This is something that results when you're playing really well on defense and the offense has nowhere to go with the football. Dominating performance.
Good work, boys. Let's go. Let's go.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And now you've got the clock winding down here in the third quarter. Your 3 scores to the good. What's your approach on this drive?
Too early to fully commit to playing the clock game. Yet at the same time, you're also...
The Cards get to him here. He's brought down for a sack. Daniil Hunter getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done. 1 quarter remains here as the regular season starts to wind down. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's second and 20. Taking a shot for Samuel. And that's going to be incomplete. Good effort there trying to take a shot, but it's third down. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
This has been a tough one for this offensive line. It appears almost like they've been on roller skates this entire game, the way they've been pushed around. 6 sacks given up in this one.
Taking it about the 36. A big boot that time. 57 yards the official distance. And possession will switch hands, first and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a basis.
And now here is another interception. Picked off at the 30. And he will take this across midfield and down to the 48-yard line. Both defenses have had their struggles, but they've been good enough to get them this lead, and another nice play there to help preserve the lead.
It's been a game of punch-counter-punch, hasn't it? All throughout. But this time, the big swing was taken, and it didn't land. Nice play by them on defense.
A nice-looking play to start the drive down the middle and complete. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. Call that a very strong gain of 24. Now back to throw. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. So now 20 yards to go on second down after the sack. Work to be done.
52, Mike 52. Hey, tight. 52's the mark. Ready, go.
He'll drop to throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Deebo Samuel, his 21st touchdown of the season. And the Niners are able to stretch their lead. Extra point up and through. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. This will be taken to the back of the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling, because a one-play drive where you throw an interception, a lot of people think the very next time out, run the football, don't give them a chance.
Maybe play action?
I think maybe you go play action, show your quarterback, get a little confidence in him, and let him fling another one.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on first down. Murray now to throw. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down. Murray now on first down. And a big loss here as he's taken down.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. After the sack, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. A second down pass play there, but it's incomplete. Just nothing there again. He's been sacked multiple times. We've seen the interceptions, of course. He's really been through the ringer, hasn't he?
And what we've seen is a defense that's well coordinated. The front and the back really in sync. The front putting on the pressure, the backside being ball hawks and picking passes off.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. Here's Murray as he sets to throw it. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off at the 36. And this return is going to be halted right around the 28-yard line. Oh, and I saw the pressure coming at him. That just looked problematic. Hit him as he threw it, and the interception ensued.
Let me pay homage to the man who stood in this spot before. He always talked about how much pressure is in the face of a guy, and can he step into a throw. And when you...
And that is caught. And the record is his. It's a touchdown. Point after here coming up. Now this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And in hindsight, probably should have stayed where he was, as he'll only get back to the 16-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it?
There he goes, right side. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, Arizona. A big play there. His 26th touchdown, drawing even with Marshall Faulk for the 4th most in a single season. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. Gonzalez to add the PAT. And that'll cut the lead down to 26. Now after the touchdown, here's Gonzalez on to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. The outcome of this one, well, we know who's going to win it. It's just all window dressing at this point. Got me thinking, what's the biggest blowout that you've been a part of as a player, broadcaster?
Well, I'm not going to go to the player part because when I think blowout...
Because you won every game as a player.
No. I think about being blown out.
Now the pressure comes and he goes down. Just inside the 10, back at the 9.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
They'll set up a throw. He's going deep for Brown. It got his man complete. A big pickup of 38. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence. Because even if they had the right coverage, they still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
He's going to rifle one deep left side, and that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's 2nd down. 4th quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. They'll look to throw here. This one caught by his tight end, Oliver. And all the way inside the 15 before they drop him. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here, 1st and 10.
5-2's the mic. Mike's 5-2.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. This is caught, and he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. And, my friend, I think it's safe to say that this game is pretty much deceased at this point. It's taken a knee, so to speak.
It is definitely this victory formation. Take the snap, take the knee, call it a night, call it a game, call it whatever. I agree with you totally. I don't think there's much left to get except for those who want to run up the score.
I knew this was over about a minute ago when you took your stat sheet and just flipped it over your shoulder in the trash can.
Yeah, that's similar to the guys cutting tape off right before the game's over. We know this thing's done. In this position, trying to get back into the game, teams are looking for a spark from their special teams. That's not what they got, though. They got a setback, and they have a long field to cover if they want to try and put points on the board.
Now Murray firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. 19 yards there on the catch and run. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game. Another incompletion. It's a wonder he's still moving around back there the number of times he's been sacked.
Yeah, he's staying out there, isn't he? And you don't think about it much in a game like this, but he's showing incredible leadership. Still competing, still fighting, not taking himself out of a ball game that appears lost.
2nd and 10 from the 33-yard line.
Get the ball right here. Let's go. Orbit. Mike 52.
Murray looks to throw again, 2nd and 10. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 15 yards that time, and the Cardinals move the chains. Throwing on 1st down is Murray, eluding the pressure right. He goes full extension, and he's got it. That one goes for 24 yards. Murray now on first down. Oh, spinning away. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 25 ticks remaining on the clock.
Yo! 22, jet, cover. 22, jet, cover. Hayward. Now, what do you want? 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. Watch the run.
From the red zone, here's the Heisman Trophy winner, Murray. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, it wasn't always pretty, but the interception there, that means that they should get out of here with a victory.
Yeah, this is not a game that they're going to preserve for posterity on defense, but they did finish it off, didn't they? They did make the winning play to close things out. They'll take that one and head to the locker room.
They'll come out throwing here on first down. And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds. He was trying to go back to Hollywood there, and that'll bring up second down. That one looks like he'll throw here. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. Early on, you hit on it. Needing to avoid the big play. Easier said than done, though. There's a big touchdown.
Yeah, the big thing is when he does get his catches, you've got to tackle him and get him on the ground. Obviously, weren't able to do it on that one.
Extra point right down the middle. And that will extend this big lead. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Arizona's offense at the line, ready to get their drive started. They are just obviously getting shellacked here in this one, Charles. What's the message if you're a coach for this final drive in a lopsided game like this?
For a lot of coaches,
be honest,
don't forget today. Don't forget what has happened out here.
Yeah, use that as ammo going forward.
Exactly. Take a great look at that scoreboard. Realize how poorly everything went for us today. Coaching, playing, the whole deal. And never forget it, because
you're not going to want that feeling again.
No, you don't want that feeling again. And who knows? You may meet up with this team again.
A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.